Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing? This is Grand Tactician's The Civil War. We're going to take a preview of the 1.03 update that Grand Tactician is getting ready to put out. It's currently in beta. The exciting news about it is that they updated the 3D sprites, or they updated the two-dimensional sprites into 3D form, which was a pleasant surprise. I was not even thinking they were working on that. I'm sure they had mentioned that before. According to what I saw, they were working on it before release, but they were having troubles with it. Now, I am kind of curious. Hey, Sprites, what's going on? Long time no see. Now, we could do a couple of different things. We can actually start a campaign, or we can do a battle. Oh, I didn't want to do the tutorial. So we'll reload. Let's do a campaign, and then we'll take a look at the graphics. The 3D graphics are on the campaign map too, so we'll take a look at that. We can play around with some policies too. I've been working on and trying to see how much manpower I can squeeze out of the Confederate States. So maybe we'll explore that a little bit and see what policies for the Confederate States can get us the most manpower. And then of course we'll explore those new the new 3D graphics. So why don't we do that? Unless anyone wants to just dive into a historical battle. Oh, off of work. Very good for Sprites. Yeah, I wanted to kind of explore this new update in Grand Tactician. Alright, so I had a bunch of notes here about the best policies we can take for the Confederates as far as manpower. I think filibustering was a good one. Now, I'm on the fence about Old Dominion as far as manpower goes. The Old Dominion policy here will help Virginia keep their support high and move the capital to Richmond, which high support in your states will lead to more volunteers. So it's kind of, you don't know exactly how much. Filibustering will give us access to recruits from Cuba. I think slavery to the West might be an option. Slavery to the West encouraged pro-slavery pioneers to settle in Arizona and New Mexico territories. Southern support in those territories plus 25, population plus 25%, and recruitment allowed. So this is a good one for manpower. Natives, alliance with the natives is also one we want to, I think will be good for overall manpower. Now, at first glance, industrialization you might not think will be good for for manpower, but I think on second thought, all heavy industries will start the campaign with higher upgrade level. Confederacy will start the campaign with more railroad lines built, and immigration from Europe increases population within the... So that's the one where actually it's kind of, you kind of get the benefits of both the industrialization and manpower increases because of the immigration from Europe. Now, the drawdown to that will lower unity due to religious unrest and resentment towards slavery within the immigration population, reducing national morale by... So that there's the trade-off, but you actually should get a manpower boost from industrialization. So if you are joining the stream, this is the 1.03 update. If you can barely see it down here, that Grand Tactician. It hasn't an official release, still in beta. Some of the changes they've made, they put some of the realism options right on the campaign start screen. So you have order delays, fog of war, the readiness system, and feuds you can check or uncheck at the bottom here. You don't have to go into the game options menu to do that. Let's give the US a bonus of 50. We're going to leave it at mediocre difficulty just to... sometimes we're wondering, there's some debate on whether very hard difficulty makes the AI overly aggressive. All right, why don't we get started with this? So the objective in this is we're going to see how much manpower, for as long as this stream goes, see how much manpower we get. Also, we'll take a look at, hopefully the first battle, we'll get to see the new 3D graphics. We'll also look at the 3D graphics are on the campaign map as well, so you can see this, the 3D graphics on your armies. All right, well, we're going to play at 50 times, just to get... I probably should have done the summer 61 start. But we'll plow through this really quick as we can to get to the good stuff. I'm not going to do a whole lot of building. Actually, I forgot we need to set policies. So why don't we take a look at policies. Now, if we are trying to do a massive manpower campaign, we're going to start off with Military 1. You should be able to research that in 26 days. Military policies allow new laws for recruitment, internal security, and trade warfare, as well as reforms making the military more effective in modern warfare. Recruitment, civil order, and... Actually, no. Hold up. We want to cancel that. I want Military Act 1. Oh, which is currently being researched. Okay. So that'll be done in 6.3 days. So that was automatically being researched for us. So we'll do, actually, we want to research Military Act 1 first. And we want to, we're actually going to put civil order at very high, recruitment at very high. We don't need policies on any subsidies yet. We'll keep everything low for now. So, max recruitment, max civil order. We're not going to mess around with railroads. Alright, so let's... Texas joins the Confederacy. Davis calls for militia. Lincoln inaugurated. Oh, so we researched Military 1. We are going to go in straight into... I'm sorry. Militia Act 1 was researched. We're going to do Military 1 next. Confederate States Army established. Let's see if we can take a look at the... No movement pre-war. Yeah, it would have probably been better if I started summer of 61. We could have jumped right into the first Bull Run battle and seen some of these sprites, but we'll get through this early war phase, pre-war phase, March 18th. All right, speech delivered in Savannah. So we didn't do Old Dominion, so the capital should stay in Savannah. Industrial 1 policy selected for the Union. If you are joining the stream, we are checking out the 1.03 Grand Tactician patch. Alright, Military 1 is selected. We decided to start a new campaign. Also, I'm trying to max out manpower. We'll go with regulars as the Confederate States. We did start the spring of 1861. We can take a look at, we chose slavery to the west for the extra manpower that provides. Southern industrialization, we're going to see how much the industrialization policy affects manpower because it gives a boost in immigration at the trade-off of national morale and alliance with the natives to gain the Native American support and recruitment. Another option, we could have done filibustering, which gives us some support from Cuba and recruitment from there. But I want to see how industrialization affects the manpower. Alright, so things heating up around Fort Sumter. Beauregard issues his ultimatum. Fort Sumter surrenders. All right, Civil War has officially broken out. British intervention starts at plus 10% for us. Confederate invasions, Missouri State Guard. All right, so we have our armies, our initial recruitment over here. April 15th. Let's take a look at finances. All right, so we have recruitment very high. Why don't we start with our Western armies? All right, Price's army. Let's see, we have 55,000 volunteers right now to draw from. I don't know if we usually get attacked right away by the Union in Missouri. Let's pull Price back. Of course, his readiness is too low. Well, actually, let us build up McCulloch. Let's do 2 brigades and 1 artillery. We'll just auto-generate for now. We don't want Johnston commanding a brigade. Chetham's good. Another thing we will take a look at too is the effect of political generals on support and how much more that will increase volunteers too. Why don't we get Beauregard in command of the armies in Virginia? So actually we'll replace Beauregard here. So yeah, let's send Beauregard up north. Actually, we can transfer. We'll leave Pillow down here in case the Union strikes south with an amphibious invasion. So you got Joe Johnston in the Shenandoah. Get some divisions here. Who do we want for division command? Millage Bottom, the political general too. He's got decent starting stats. Home state South Carolina. We want to save Albert Sidney Johnston for a larger command. Could go with Donaldson, who is a political general from Tennessee. So if we look at Tennessee support, 84%. So well, we'll create a Tennessee army, and then we'll probably use Donaldson for command there. See if we can find a better divisional general. I mean, there's always Lee. We'll do Richard H. Anderson. Cavalry, but he's a cavalry general. And we'll do Maxie Gregg. Give Buckner the brigade. Hey, Randall Odell, welcome to the stream. I wonder what would have happened if the South left their capital in Montgomery. Well, Yeah, we've kept our capital in Montgomery, so we did not do Old Dominion. Yeah, so the capital still is in Montgomery. So we're going to beef up the Army of the Potomac. Let's rename this to the Army of Northern Virginia. So remember, when you do change your name of your units, it doesn't change right away. You got to go in and out of... you don't have to go straight out of the army screen, but you can go out of the order of battle and click out of that. And then the change will happen right here. So Beauregard, 22,000. Maybe we'll do one more division. Let's do Adley Gladden. So we're trying to recruit about 32,000 men for Beauregard. Let's take a look at Joe Johnston's army. Let's give Jackson, we'll replace Jackson and then give him command of the division. We'll give Early a brigade command. Actually, we'll make a small cavalry division here too. Put Stewart in command of that. Let's find a cavalry commander. Van Dorn. Bring Van Dorn out east. So we have a 5,000 strong cavalry division. We'll add some more infantry to Jackson. That will bring Johnston to about 13. We can probably recruit one more infantry brigade. Or not. Alright, yeah, we got a smaller size brigade. Alright, so armies in the east are pretty set for now. Let's see what stuff about. Oh, wow, we did recruit a lot. We're down to 12,000 volunteers. Hulk's army will be about 8,000 strong when they're fully recruited. We need probably recruit the rest to. We'll replace Zollicoffer with Albert Sidney Johnston. Oh, where'd he go? Apparently not. He must be in command somewhere else. That didn't work. Well, Zollicoffer's going to stay in command of the Army of Tennessee until I find Albert Sidney Johnston. All right, there he is. So yeah, he's currently in command somewhere. All right, we need to find Albert Sidney Johnston really quick here. Where did I leave him? Is he over here? He disappeared like a fart in the wind. Gregg's Division, Army of Northern Virginia. I swear to God, I was just looking at that. All right, there he is. Jeez. Yeah, Longstreet. Longstreet will get a brigade for now. All right, now let's replace Zollicoffer. All right, there we go. And we'll create a division. Zollicoffer can take the division. And we'll add some more brigades to we can't do full strength. All right. 8,000 men. So the Army of Tennessee might be a little bit small at the moment until we get our recruitment up. Which again, we're going to go hard on the manpower policies. So as we get more volunteers, we'll add them. We'll increase the size of the Army of Tennessee. All right, we're going to look for some political generals. to increase the support in those states. We can do Richard Waitman. Assign him a brigade that will increase Missouri's support. So you can see Missouri is at 54% support. Why don't we fast forward here? And it should start ticking up. And yet it goes to 55%. Missouri State Guard preparing siege. We actually outnumber Harney here. I wonder if we can win this siege. So none of our armies are very ready, though. As we've done a lot of recruiting, so the recruiting will bring readiness way down. So one strategy would be to recruit your armies on another command while your frontline armies will have better readiness. But we're gonna do this as our initial armies are recruiting. Let's see the effects of the siege. Religious unrest in the U.S. continues. Factory workers feuding. So you can see Missouri support going up to 56% after assigning the political general. Confederacy passes Regulars Act. So we can assign another policy. We're going to go for Militia Act 2. Militia Act 2. The act lengthens the contracts of new volunteer units to 2 years. Longer contracts allow units to remain in the Army enough time to become more effective in battle. Recruitment quotas are increased. So we should be increasing more volunteers. Regulars Act, forming the we just researched this, forming the Army of the Confederate States. Our regular army has not reached its target. Only a few small units have been recruited, and these are operating within the volunteer brigades. This order forms dedicated regular brigades by recruiting all possible former U.S. regulars and veterans within the ranks. 6 small regular units with good training and experience are added to your Army's military experience. -5 though. So we did get a small boost in volunteers. We're up to 9,000. Current manpower. So men fielded Union currently has 31,000. We're at almost 17,000. Let's create another division under A.S. Johnston. We're able to field one more brigade. Porterfield only has 700 men. we'll boost his numbers in West Virginia. All right, so right now recruiting and waiting and trying to increase our readiness. We can't even really build anything either until the readiness improves. Price is low on supply. Yeah, we probably need to pull price back. Union researches military one policy. Oh, he should be able to. I feel like he should win this battle. Or the siege. Yeah, we're ticking up, so good. He's starting to make some progress. Uh-oh. Clark's division is broken. Oh, Missouri Brigade. We'll go back to that in a second. McCulloch might be able to move out and start building some depots in southern Missouri. Johnston's readiness still in the red. Oh, so Department of Pennsylvania has moved into Harper's Ferry. Joe Johnston only has Early and Pendleton ready. Yeah, recruitment's going to take a while there. Glorious victory. So we did win at Franklin. Glorious victory at Franklin. So nice job by the Missouri State Guard. Although I still want Price to fall back to Rolla. No movement possible in hostile territory due to his readiness still being so low. See if we can zoom in on the. You start seeing the troops marching. They have the 3D sprites on the map now with the 1.03 patch. Price is withdrawing. So Price is withdrawing on his own. He withdrew the Jefferson City. McCulloch will build a depot here. U.S. Army abandons Indian territory. The men are not accustomed to hardships of battle. They are fragile and dependable under fire and stress of combat. Good leadership and drilling can help, but only to a point. Alright, so Price's Missouri State Guard heading back to Lebanon. which is fine. We'll build a depot there and then link up with McCulloch. Albert Sidney Johnston almost in the orange readiness. Joe Johnston almost in orange. Let's build a depot at Winchester. Not a lot of naval activity by the Union. We have 13,000 volunteers currently. We might be able to add. So we'll probably start feeding Magruder's command with troops. I wonder if we replace Magruder too. Actually, he's got decent stars to start with. But they can be drilling and training while we recruit there, and they won't be slowing down our readiness on our frontline commands. We got Hill and Hood here. So we've reached our max recruits over in near Richmond, although we can recruit out in Alabama and Arkansas. Probably recruit some cavalry troopers. So men fielded now. So it looks like some of our brigades are probably forming up, as our fielded manpower has jumped to 56,000. So that gives us actually a slight advantage in overall manpower. Let's build a depot here at Manassas. Let's see. The Army of Tennessee is up to about 6,000 men. We've got a depot already in Nashville. Let's see. Is McCulloch... Okay, still building the depot near Carlton. Let's see. Department of the West, hot on the heels of Price, who's suffering. He's actually, we're going to try to pull him back. His readiness is not good. So Price's situation is not... Oh, he's retreating on his own. Well, he's headed back to Rockbridge. You can kind of see the 3D sprite on the campaign map. We do need to get a battle going here to take a look at the 3D graphics on the battle, on the tactical battle. Alright, so he has made it to Rockbridge. Alright, so Johnston has 7,000 effectives, and Beauregard currently has 25,000. The Department of Pennsylvania has stalled out at Harper's Ferry, not wanting to commit. We estimate them at about 11,000 men. Or if we can transfer Hill to Johnston's army of the Shenandoah. I'll take 4 days. I'm going to replace Hood with a cavalry commander. I'll assign Evans. Let's give some more guns to Johnston. Alright, so we transferred some units to the Army of the Shenandoah. They should be there in about 4 days. British declare neutrality. Currently 5 blockades, but not very efficient. U.S. Navy arming civilian ships. So, fielded manpower up to 71,000. And Beauregard is almost at full strength. 14,000 men guarding Washington. It's very tempting to go straight after Washington, D.C. Let's get to yellow readiness. Confederacy calls for volunteers. So Militia Act 2 is researched. I'm going to go for, let's see, 46 days to research military 2. We're going to do that one. That way we can even get the core system going. So Military Act 2 you can start forming full armies with corps, and they will come to the sound of guns much better than our current system. Alright, we got to wait for Beauregard to get into the yellow readiness so we can attack Washington. Looks like the Army of Tennessee might be ready to move out. We'll strike right at Bowling Green. So Army of Tennessee is tasked to fortify Bowling Green. They are actually under Confederate control right now, but we can take this plantation here. We'll probably build a depot out of Bowling Green. That way it can act as a base of operations for us from there. Depot is almost built by McCulloch. We're gonna order Price all the way back into Arkansas for now. We'll probably just combine Price with McCulloch's army. All right, there we go. Beauregard should be ready. Scouts report only about 15,000 men guarding Washington, D.C., so we're going to go get after it as we outnumber them. But because of the yellow readiness, they are suffering. Beauregard is suffering slow movement, minus 33%. All right, so there we go. McDowell with 14,000 and Beauregard with 30,000 at the Battle of Washington. Let's play this battle. Hindsight aside, if I was Confederate citizen in 1862 and I heard New Orleans was captured, my morale would have dropped to 10%. Is that how you often looked at your morale? How are you feeling today? My morale is at about 10%. Worst mistake ever. All right, let's take a look at our troops here. We've got the 3 divisions, Gladden, Gregg, and Bonham. We are on the attack. Looks like there's a victory objective here at Oak Grove. And the Dr. Noble house. So we're going to have to... Could probably swing a division down the road here. Guess we can go with a 2-pronged assault. The main thrust straight up the middle here with Gregg's 11,000 men on the right to take the Dr. Noble house. Can order them in marching columns, I suppose. We start the battle at 3 in the afternoon, so this may go to a day 2. All right. All right, orders are issued. Well, let's take a look at the 3D sprites. So yeah, they look very nice and crisp and clean. If you can remember the 2D sprites, we got feuding going on already. The 2D sprites kind of were a little bit more herky-jerky, but these definitely look smooth in movement, so very nice touch. Like the dust trail too. So yeah, very nicely done. A very pleasant surprise. I did not realize that they were working on the 3D graphics. Even I think the artillery looks really nice. And the horses. Uh-oh. Gladden was spazzing out there, though, for a second. So on to Washington. Beauregard leads the way. Oh, there we go. Nice. Union entrenched. Although it looks like they're facing the wrong way. Alright. Try issuing halting orders, though. Right, Beauregard trying to order a halt to the army as they're running right into the Union position. Now, what I do like about this is we have an opportunity to hit them from the flank. All right, Ewell has stopped. Am I going to have to start the campaign over as far as oh, you mean the Confederate campaign, the ongoing one? No, I've recorded some with the new patch. Everything seems to be working okay. Yeah, everything seems to be working okay with the 1.03 patch as far as my save game goes. Now, there is some debate about the game might not be working completely as designed with the updated patch. So there might be that issue. I can't halt Hampton here. We need to bring up some guns. All right. Let's get Greg into position. So Greg can hit the Union position from the flank here. Your Hoy 4 game, did the save game corrupt? The new no step back? Well, Paradox games often corrupt the save game. That's a shame. All right, Hampton running right into the Federals. Rosser's guns are able to find some range, although I don't like his position overall. So you can see the 3D units looking really nice. Definitely much nicer and smoother look to it. Alright, so we push back Federal skirmishers. Let's see how Greg's division is doing on the flank here. All right, Rosser trying to get his guns into position. Oop, who broke there? Wade Hampton is panicked and broken. Let's move up. We've got Walker to replace him, though. So we have suffered some pain here as we ran right into the Union position. We did not really scout it out. Now it's already 5 in the evening. They have a nice battle line, though, deployed. So very impressive by the AI there. Oh, Greg has stopped moving. Let's get, we might need to order Beauregard to get into command range so we can get orders to Greg's division quicker. He's on a delay. I am liking the update. The 3D looked good. Improvement has tipped me over to buying the game. Yeah, and then the notes on what they plan to do. 1.04, they say they're going to work on bugs and AI, which is good. They really need to focus on the AI and bugs. I mean, I like the 3D improvements, so that's really nice. But to make this the ultimate game, the ultimate Civil War game, I think they just need to improve on the AI. I really, unfortunately, the one thing, like here, they need a. This is perfect. The AI has put themselves in a nice position here, but they're facing the wrong way. Although they're still getting the benefits of cover, which it's facing the wrong way. But it's still, they have the in cover icon, so I assume that they're going to get benefits of breastwork protection. I'm very tentative to attack this position. We need to try to link up with Greg. Oh, he's finally on the move. That's fine. We'll probably pick up the battle the next day. But I don't want to commit to a major assault here. Let's see, Yule's out of range. Probably have to, yeah, we'll have to wait for the next day to see if we can't hit them on their flank. We have suffered 300 casualties, so they're 35. Hampton has recovered. Let's try to fast forward this to the next day. The Union deploys out some skirmishers there. So 6 in the evening. So just some skirmishing going on. Ooh, Braxton Bragg is only stable. You know what? I don't know. I wonder what's a better rating, untrained or poor. Yule is rated at poor training. And then Walton is rated untrained. I'm guessing poor might be a little bit better. Alright, so end of the day. Why don't we... Alright, cool. Good. Our redeployment is good. We can set up the attack. We'll keep Froston as our reserve brigade. Oh, Robert E. Lee was assigned a artillery command. I do not like the field of fire on these guns at all. Oh, that's a little bit better. Along the road there. I'm waiting for the new year to get good gaming computer. Meds come first. Yes, yes, the health. Health first, then gaming. Bragg has stabilized. That's good. Kind of want to link up with Greg here. All right, let's get this battle. Let's see what we can do to finish this. Let's see if we can smash the Union left. Let's throw out some skirmishers. All right, so Donaldson deploying his skirmishers. Let's also move up the main battle line. Skirmishers engaging in the early morning attack. Uh-oh. Buckner. Breaking cohesion. Of course, Buckner losing control of his men. Let's push Lee forward with his guns. Do you need a good gaming computer? I would say no. Although in larger battles, it can be a little sluggish at times. The 3D graphics haven't seemed to slow down the game too much for me. Again, I don't have a super gaming computer. It's about a second generation, probably moving on to third generation technology now, but I feel like I have it on max graphics right now. It's performing pretty well. So I can play max graphics on this at a slight detriment to performance on larger battles. We need to get Buckner's cohesion in a better position. Union artillery battery here on their left flank kind of holding us down. Unfortunately, Lee cannot find a good field of fire. At least Rosser's guns are firing. Bragg's brigade trying to engage. Starting to hit the Union. Starting to suffer a few more casualties. We can get Lee's guns into a good position here. Order Bragg forward. And Donaldson forward. So Union is moving some reinforcements, so I like to see the AI reinforcing their vulnerable position. If we can destroy this battery here on their left flank, that will go a long way to success. Let's keep pushing Longstreet forward. Lee's still not able to fire. Alright, Bragg engaged and firing now. Take a look at the situation. So yeah, we're trying to wrap up that Union left flank. It looks like Reynolds, that must be the artillery, has broken. Don't be embarrassed by your computer specs. Never be embarrassed by your computer specs. Unless you build your own rigs and... Alright, come on, Lee. Get into a firing position. I question the line of sight sometimes. I think there's no way. He should be able to... I guess we can order them to bombard. Alright, are we making any headway? Oh, we've suffered 965, but the Union casualties are up to 800 now. So we've narrowed that casualty gap. Uh-oh, Bragg is wavering. He can't even fall back. Can we pull some... How's Hampton doing? Alright, Bragg is broken. Let's pull up Frost. I'm going to move Frost over. Buckner... let's see if we can move Buckner. Longstreet in the rear of the Union position. Longstreet making his attack. Let's see what damage he can do. We see a wavering Union brigade trying to push forward Walton and Anderson. Is this live Grand Tactician session a one-time thing, or do you plan to do it for the whole? I might. Yeah, I'll probably. I have the other Confederate campaign that I started months ago that we're still working on. I can pick this up if people want me to keep picking this up, I will. I just wanted to check out the 1.03 update. But maybe this could be a start of a new campaign. The kind of theme of it too is CSA manpower. We're gonna try to squeeze as much Confederate manpower as possible. Yeah, I might be able to do like one to two live streams a week with this campaign. If that's something you guys are interested in, I can try to schedule it and make it happen. And so Union left flank is starting to waver. Let's see if we can move Buckner forward. We'll order Frostmen to push forward. You're very welcome on the info. We can use the live streams as, you know, kind of play testing to kind of try things out. Oh, look at Lee. Lee's feuding with Beauregard already. Very uncharacteristic. So yeah, the Union left flank is crumbling. As you can see, our victory bar just shot right up. We are now inflicting more casualties on them. We're going to try to push for that major victory now. We're at 15%. We need 29% casualties on the Union side to score that major. Oh, let's... We're going straight after... What brigade is that? Porter? D.R. Jones going to try to engage this Union battery. If I can get Lee up here. If I can get anything out of Lee's artillery, we might be able to hit that major. Union retreating in earnest now. Need to be a little bit more aggressive here, I think. Buckner. Push forward, Buckner. Alright, Ewell and the rest of Bonham's division we're gonna order them to assault. Looks like the Union is in full retreat now, falling back. They are retreating faster than I can pursue. I want to take those guns. Walton and Longstreet ordered to take those guns. Longstreet hand-to-hand fighting, and they've broken the first battery. Enemy is retreating. They're giving us 40 seconds on the retreating phase of this, so aggressive attack to try to rack up the casualties to score that major victory. 2,700 Union casualties at 17.8%. Jones is going to hit 3rd Brigade on the flank here. Although Jones is broken, too exhausted from the assault. Yule is, Yule suffered quite a bit of casualties in his assault. Now Jones trying to reform though. We've gotten out of command range. We need to pull up our divisional commanders. Is there an in-game mechanic which prevents an army retreating from the battle? Not that I'm aware of, actually. I saw someone posting something about an army surrendering. Now, I don't know that if that was on the strategic map or not. We've got 4th Brigade wiped out. So we wiped out an entire brigade. That's 29% casualties. So we've got the major victory. I've seen people talk about surrounding the entire army and the enemy still able to retreat. You've got to think in terms of I mean, you can surrender here. So I don't know what if there is a surrender option. I've never used it. Stop the bloodshed of your men agreeing to a surrender. So I'm sure the AI has that option too. Again, that's just kind of the game mechanic as far as retreating goes. I think that you kind of think of that as it's simulating, you know, a brigade throwing down their arms and just running away. But you're right, there's a lot of times where you have a retreating or routed unit that routes right through your formed brigade. They are suffering casualties if you assault a retreating brigade. And sometimes you wipe them out. So 4th Brigade was wiped out. So we did wipe out an entire brigade. I don't know. There's obviously some kind of mechanic going on there that determines whether or not the brigade is wiped out or not. So gained the major victory. We suffered 2,600 casualties ourselves, 4,400 casualties to the Union. No retreats, no survivors, right. So we might be able to capture Washington right away here. Glorious victory at Washington, D.C. Army of Northeastern Virginia fleeing in panic. We've captured 3,000 rifles. Speaking of rifles, so we do have some rifles that we can assign. To the victor goes the spoils. Why don't we upgrade some of our... If you hit the upgrade button, it automatically will upgrade the units for you. So Ewell gets Hall rifle, Jones gets the Hall rifle, Mississippi rifle to Hampton, and Bragg. We got some rifled muskets. Let's see, Lee gets 12-pound howitzers. Alright, and that's about all the rifles we have to offer. Now that policy, the diplomacy policy, can bring you in some better European made rifles. But again, our focus here is squeezing as much manpower as we can. We're already at 78,000 fielded men. Let's see, Department of Pennsylvania on the move. Now they have about 11,000 men. Joe Johnson has about 13,000. Yes, the spelling error on whipped. You get weapons through trade and weapons through production. So we look at our weapons. They tell you here how these items have been acquired. So the Springfield musket is produced, although production is ceased, which I think they change out for. So mixed muskets are produced and imported, and that's affected. The amount of trade you get is affected by your finance tab. So diplomacy, increased funding of your diplomats abroad. This will increase relations, increasing or decreasing the chance of intervention, and improve export prices. So that doesn't directly impact your trade for European technologies, only in the sense that it will affect price. So better prices may give you a chance to import better weapons. The industry tab, the more you produce in industry, you can produce your own weapons, but this CSA is hampered by not being able to produce the rifle technology as much as the Union is. So that's where usually the CSA has to rely on the diplomacy policies to gain better weapons. So if we research Diplomacy 1, the diplomatic focus on policy-making relations with European superpowers can be boosted with diplomacy subsidies. So it increases the cap on your diplomacy subsidies. This policy also allows to import Enfield and Lawrence rifles. We have 51,000 volunteers now too to add, so we can grow our manpower over, or fielded manpower over 100,000. I guess we'll keep recruiting out of Richmond here, since we don't want to ruin our readiness with our frontline troops. Actually, Magruder's not a bad candidate as a second line army commander. He's got a decent administration rating to start with 2 stars. It's really hard to find a lot of 3-star administration generals early in the campaign. Yeah, most of them are 2 stars. I think Beauregard's a 3. No, he's only 2. Yeah, administration helps with training. So as you guys are, as your men are just in camp, they will train. So a high administration rating general will increase their training as they're drilling and training during encampment. Springfield musket is slightly better than mixed muskets. Better melee weapon. I did not know that. Good observation. Ooh, Bragg has a 3-star administration rating. So he's actually a really good second line commander as far as training and drilling. Let's see, Bartow's a political general from Georgia. Georgia has high support usually, always. Yeah, Georgia's already at 100%. So assigning a Georgia political general doesn't really do us very good unless they actually are a good general. And Bartow's okay. We'll give Armistead a division command. Hood is already division command there. We're training another 16,000 men near Richmond. We're going to create another army in Tennessee. Who do we want to put in command of that? Kirby Smith. Current command, Smith's Division, Army of Alabama. I didn't even know I had an Army of Alabama. All right, we'll actually just march the Army of Alabama to Nashville. Let's use rail movement. Did they change the defamed mechanic, or are you still stuck with it for the whole campaign? From what I've seen, it looks like you're still stuck with it with the whole campaign. Now, that's from the Confederate campaign that I started months ago, so I don't know if that has something to do with it being started from an older save campaign. If anyone knows about any patch notes that has fixed the defame, you should be, you know, at the very least, you should be able to gain fame, and then they cancel each other out. Let's take a look at our situation here in Missouri. So Price still retreating. McCulloch built his depot. And so he's got about 8,000 men. We think the Department of the West has 9,000 to 7,000 men. All right, we're going to move. We're actually going to move McCulloch up to... Is that Springfield? Yep, Springfield, Missouri. They were just going to transfer Price to McCulloch's army. Western Army. So we're taking Price's command away from him. Yeah, I think in other campaigns I've had generals defamed, but then I've given them second chances, and they're as long as their ratings are really good. So if they're still gaining their ratings, they can still be effective generals. Let's see. Fame, everyone knows his name, and deeds, knowing he is there fighting for the nation, raises spirits high. Even the foreign newspapers love to write him. And all this makes the enemy nervous when facing him and his troops. So, and I think it affects... It affects the veteran, whether your troops are veteran or not. So veteran troops might want to serve for a more famous general. So if you are defamed, that might, if you have veteran troops, they might not perform as to their max potential. Disaster for the Union. Confederate States stand firm. Rebels on the move. Still got 32,000 volunteers. All right, Price will form up another corps in Tennessee. Let's try this again. Wait a minute. Kind of sticking with a 3 brigade, 3 infantry, 1 artillery to start. That's kind of our order of battle. All right, there. There's Price in Memphis. I want some better division commanders. Martin L. Smith. So I want to... Yeah, we'll put Blanchard in command of a division. Canty... I guess we can keep Canty there. He's a political general from Alabama. Let's see, Arkansas is 90% support. See if we can find a political general from Arkansas, and maybe we can improve Arkansas support. Thomas Hinman. Yep, he's from Arkansas. Perfect. He's a decent general, too. It's usually good for like 3 to 5 percentage points of support a lot of the time. So if we push forward, move forward, should start to see Arkansas support go up. Or not. It usually goes up. Oh, there we go. 91%. So yeah, it should start ticking up even more. So 80,000 men fielded versus the Union's 53 right now. We still have a double B rating. Now, I think maybe the next policy after that, after Military 2, we'll actually we'll print some money just so we don't, you don't want to hit under the B rating on your debt, because then you won't be able to recruit any more men. Looks like the Union has abandoned Harper's Ferry because they're going after Washington, D.C. So we need to call Johnston over to maybe come aid Beauregard. So it looks like the Union's going to try to attack Beauregard in Washington. Are they trying to bypass him? All right, so Joe Johnston's able to... Oh, he won't be... He's not available for the battle, though. Not a big deal, since we have 29,000 men versus Patterson's 11,000. Now it looks like Beauregard's suffering a little bit of morale because of supply situation. I wasn't able to build a depot around Washington. We still don't have Washington in full control. We are the attackers. All right, same Washington map again. Different victory objectives, though. Looks like the Union might be able to form behind a river. A little feuding going on again. So yeah, you can see these brigades have, some of them are now poor training rating. So poor is a little better than untrained. So the Union will probably defend around here. These two objectives, Hoyle and the Milkhouse Ford Road. I mean, we can try to march the long way around. This is not very good terrain to march through, though. I think we're just going to go up the road here to the Emory Chapel, and then we'll see where the Union is actually located. I do employ cavalry. I haven't for this campaign for some reason. No real reason why. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, I wish I had a little bit more cavalry. I usually do. I do employ cavalry. I'll probably start forming up like whole divisions of cavalry. Johnston's Army of the Shenandoah has a cavalry division. Oh, they've decided to defend their old ground a little bit further back. I was not expecting them to be this far forward. All right, let's try to issue halt orders. We're running right into the enemy again. This time, send Gladden over. All right, cool. Bonham is going to deploy. There he goes. He halted. That is good. He halted, but not before Ewell's going to get spanked a little bit by some artillery. We need to bring up our guns. I guess we can try to do the similar attack. That's funny, they deployed exactly the same. Wonder if we can. Oh, Buckner's not part of Bonham's division. We better watch out for fatigue as some of our units are tiring from the marching. Ooh, Rosser's taking on some casualties. Must be outgunned. Try to hit their left flank. Well rested. Anderson is okay, and Loring is well rested. So we'll push with Walton and Loring. We'll hold Anderson back in reserve. And send skirmishers out. Some feuding going on. Hampton's Legion. Wade Hampton feuding with the either Bonham or Beauregard. Oh, Rosser was broken. So that first battery wiped out our artillery battery. All right, well, thanks, FA, for joining the stream. You have a very good day. Probably do another hour or so of the stream, I think. See if we can get Lee's guns into a good firing position this time. Looks like he's found some line of sight. He is firing. It looks like he's firing on 3rd Brigade. Well, we've pushed back their artillery. Very good job. trying to hit their left flank hard again. Let's bring up the reserves. The same situation again. We've lost 345, enemy casualties about 200, so suffering slightly more casualties as we get into position for the attack. Walton is tired and disrupted, so we're going to halt him, try to let him regain his cohesion. See if Longstreet can support the attack. Yeah, I think the idea with these streams is just to go long and, you know, for a few hours, and I like to keep the videos much smaller, like 20 to 30 minutes. All right, so we're laying in heavy fire on 3rd Brigade. Although Loring is suffering high casualty. Actually, I better pause this. We're suffering pretty high casualties. Ooh, ouch. Alright, we're not doing as well as I thought. Let's pull back. Anderson and Loring. See if we can get Donaldson to march on the flank. All right, Lee's in a good firing position. He's not coming under heavy fire. But yeah, we're suffering 1,500 casualties. There's 600, so. Let's see if we can get Walton has. He's tiring, but let's see if we can't. We'll need him to try to attack this 3rd Brigade so that Loring and Anderson can fall back. We sent one of their brigades back, Negley. See if we can get wheel around Frost Brigade. The Union 3rd Brigade might be the key to their position. Now we have we're flanking, though, 3rd Brigade. It looks like 3rd Brigade might be starting to waver. And they are. They're starting to waver in the face of getting hit on all 3 sides. Try to wheel around Donaldson. Bragg low on ammo. We are starting to make a difference. We're starting to close that casualty gap. Ooh, Longstreet. Longstreet's starting to waver. Actually, let's move. Let's support Longstreet. Bragg's going to move in to support. Hampton's going to have to try to guard his flank. Hampton's got such a small brigade. Oh, another Union brigade is broken. Rosser withdrawn. Well, we're going to have to replace Rosser. All right, Walton did a good job there. Let's see. How's his condition? He's good. He's looking good. Now we gotta address this last artillery battery on the Union. Longstreet looks confident again. We'll keep Anderson out and Loring. We've got Buckner is a fresh brigade. Trying to order all-out assault now to finish off the Union position. Although this looks like this might be a tough nut to crack right here. Although, oh, big jump in victory points. Although overall casualties, they've hit us for more. But we've definitely closed the gap as we were getting kind of hit hard. So we're throwing everything at Negley's brigade. Still got Donaldson. We can keep wheeling around the flank. Now we see the entire Union command starting to fall back. Let's move forward. Jones, Ewell, Walker. Donaldson's suffering from order delay. Probably need to move up Greg. Enemy casualties at 20%, so we might have another shot at a major. Negley is broken. Alright, enemy is retreating. You can see these Mississippi rifle, the range on the Mississippi rifle is so much better than the muskets that we had in the first battle. Bragg is firing from way back here. Donaldson finally on the move. Walton and Frost Brigade are ordered to assault Wynkoop. Let's see if we can whip out Wynkoop. Again, Union retreating faster than I can assault them. We need a little bit more. See if Walton can do more damage. Although Walton's getting tired. Finally, Donaldson arrives to get into the action. All right, we have hit the major victory level. So we're chasing the fleeing Union troops. See if we can wipe out some of these men. Nope, can't completely wipe them out. Doesn't look like it. That's okay. 3,600 casualties. See if we can do damage to this last brigade. Alright, there we go. 3,700 casualties now. We suffered 28. So they did do a little bit of damage to our men. Battle of Chesapeake and Ohio Canal ended on June 3rd, 1861 with a Confederate major victory. Retreating units cannot be engaged in field battles, even if they are within combat radius of your units. Instead, pursuit and rearguard action will take place, inflicting casualties depending on morale of each army. When the armies retreat, they will suffer extra attrition and desertion. Captured another 2,200 rifles. National morale for the Union down to 86 already, and we're just in June of 1861. You know, I did not look at what did the Union pick for policies. Indian Wars, industrialization, and Kansas a free state. So we should be able to march into Washington and secure it now, as Maryland looks wide open. You can see the retreating Union Army, a lot of units routing. So Johnston at destination. Okay, we finally see the occupation bar here in Washington, D.C., so we are starting to occupy it. Let's build depots. If we can. So it is saying I cannot build a depot. Well, let's see if we can't capture this depot at least. We probably can't build the depot until Washington's fully under our control. I'm going to build one here. Washington falls. Union capital is taken. So not bad. June 6, 1861. And Washington is secured. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about the depot. So not seeing any other Union armies other than the two that we just defeated. How are we doing in Kentucky? There is a Department of Ohio. 22,000 men. We'll need more men in the Army of Tennessee. Well, the Army of Alabama can supply us with the troops needed to defend against the Army of Ohio. So Army of Tennessee will build a depot here, so we'll have a base of operations at Bowling Green while we wait for the Army of Alabama to reach Nashville. We'll probably transfer some troops to the Army of Tennessee. Alright, McCulloch facing off against the Department of the West. Ooh, strength. I don't think they're at full strength, but it looks like they're listed about 7,000 men with a potential strength of 17,000. We're going to take a defensive stance for now with McCulloch. He's at full strength. These must be small brigades. Because McCulloch's army is only 10,000 strong. These must be smaller brigades. We need reinforcements for McCulloch. We'll probably transfer some men from Price. Let's transfer Stovall. We'll be there in 7 days. All right, let's see what happens here in Maryland. Union calls for volunteers. I wonder if we... How strong is Northeastern Virginia Army? 12,000. Johnston has 16,000. I kind of want to take Annapolis. Thank you for joining the stream. You have a lovely day. Hopefully to see you on the next one. I don't know if we should pull Porter over into the valley. Porterfield into the valley. I feel like we need another corps in the valley to strike at Frederick and to outflank the Union armies here in Maryland. See, Virginia has fielded 15,000 men. But there's only 900 volunteers left. I wonder how different that would be if we do the Commonwealth policy. Guess we need to make an army out of North Carolina. Let's do that. Trying to find a suitable army / corps commander. Let's see who's been assigned. Could do Zollicoffer maybe, or maybe Bonham. Maybe we'll promote Bonham or Jackson. Yeah, let's give Jackson a command. We will promote early. And then Jackson will get the new army of North Carolina, which that army is going to be moved into the Shenandoah. Need a decent cavalry commander. Alright, so recruited about 16,000 men. So when those men are ready, they will march out to the Shenandoah Valley. So we're going to transfer some units from Magruder, though. Magruder's going to be more like a holding, like a reserve force, where they can train, where they can recruit and train behind the front lines. Oh, it's 3 a.m. in Thursday where you're at? That's crazy. Well, I appreciate you joining the stream. So it looks like we're going to have to build our own depot, as we can't seem to capture this one. Will that Beauregard get into better readiness? Maybe we can use Joe Johnston. Oh, there's a new Army of the Potomac. 22,000 men pop up in Frederick. I was just about to order the Army of Shenandoah to try to take Frederick, Maryland. We're not going to do that yet. Looks like the Department of Ohio is marching south to address Albert Sidney Johnston's army. Looks like they've been busy recruiting. Let's see, let's try to recruit some more directly to Johnston's army. Army of Alabama is, we need to, let's move him forward. Actually, I think we're going to transfer some troops to Johnston. So we're gonna transfer Kirby Smith's entire division. They'll be there in 7 days. That brings the Army of Tennessee to about 25,000 once they're all there. Usually, I always forget, the default on supply lines is always set off, which I don't understand that. I kind of like having the supply lines being shown. We have 123,000 men fielded. Oh, the Union got a big boost. They just boosted their armies by 30,000 in the past couple of days. Things have kind of stalemated as no one wants to take the initiative. Like McCulloch looks outnumbered here in Missouri. Price is 15,000 men. Alright, let's see what we have available. We did not build any ships, but let's see what we have in harbor. Kind of want to make sure we can somewhat control the Mississippi, maybe. You know, the New Orleans squadron. Why don't we add some ships to the New Orleans squadron? Alright, so we beefed up the New Orleans squadron. We're actually going to send them up the Mississippi. Now we can try to use price to... I guess we could go after Cairo. Since we have McCulloch's army, a Western army at Springfield, even though they're outnumbered, and I like to reinforce him, if he's drawing Union troops away from eastern Missouri and southern Illinois, we might be able to just use Price to gain Cairo. Let's do that. We'll march Price up to Jackson. And we'll probably build a depot right here at this crossroads. Army of Tennessee awaiting on reinforcements. So a little bit of a waiting game right now. Waiting on this depot here near Washington to be built. How good is the AI? Been thinking about getting this, but need to get more info first. The AI is probably, I would consider it somewhat weak. It will surprise you. It's not complete waste. And they are continuing to improve the AI. So even in this live stream, this is a beta patch of 1.03. Even in this live stream, I've noticed the AI performing a little bit better than they have in the tactical battles. Even though we scored the 2 major victories, you can see the AI starting to do things that it hasn't done. Like it was reinforcing parts of their line. It's still just, unfortunately, it's still a little bit too weak to be a super challenge. Now, I think, too, the benefit I had in the 2 battles we fought in this campaign so far is I outnumbered the AI. But then again, too, I shouldn't be able to march into Washington on June of 1861. Or it should be very hard to do. I will say they have checked me for now, as they have the 3 core here versus my 2 core. Now, the one thing that's slowing me down too is we don't have the core system researched at the moment, which makes me hesitant. If we have the core system researched, then if Beauregard's the army commander, he can call upon his corps to converge on one spot. Makes a huge difference. Let's transfer South Carolina militia. All right, so we have our depot built at Bowling Green. So Johnston's in a very good position in Bowling Green, well supplied. Over 20,000 men. Department of Ohio, 26,000 men. All right, I'm gonna transfer Pickett's division to Johnston. So that boosts them up to about 35,000 men. So now Price is in a position to either move to reinforce the Western Army or Johnston's Army of Tennessee, which I might actually have him reinforce the Army of Tennessee, and then we can try to secure Kentucky. So the Union building their own depot at Munfordville. I'm tempted to go right after the Department of Ohio right now. Let's do it. Orders are given. So orders are given to the Army of Tennessee. He's going to strike at the Department of Ohio. He has a slight numerical advantage. Very quickly, though. Do we have any? Well, we just have Springfield muskets available. So we can't really upgrade the weapons. Alright, so Albert Sidney Johnston runs into McClellan's army. About even in strength. We have a slight numerical advantage. Battle of Munfordville, Kentucky, July 2nd, 1861. Our scouts report the enemy is near Munfordville, Kentucky, and our army is to prepare for battle. We are facing the Department of Ohio under command of George B. McClellan with a strength of 26,000 men and 45 guns. How many guns do we have? 16, 25. Actually, yeah, we have a decent amount. All right, let's see here. We are the attackers again. Union has some victory objectives over here. Let's see, Zolokoffer's men are, his training is poor. Colquitt is poor. Pickett's the newest division, so his division is untrained. Ooh, Kirby Smith training is good. So that looks like that might be our best division, Kirby Smith's division. Probably march down the 2 roads. See, Zolokoffer will take the left road. Smith on the right. Pickett will follow behind Smith. Colquitt will be a small reserve. I won't. Let's order Smith forward, Zolokoffer along the Proud Run. Let's see. Let's order Van Dorn ahead to scout. Burbridge takes a very odd move through the rough terrain. We have spotted some Union brigades along the Proud Run Road. O'Brien has a perk. Let's go with Deadly Volley. Oh, Kirby Smith's whole division might have perks. So yeah, Kirby Smith, yeah, his whole division has perks. Give him Iron Discipline and Deadly Volley. Lightning Brigade. This unit is trained to fight according to infantry tactics, moving fast with horse, but fighting dismounted. We'll do that for Sibley. I didn't even see that Sibley. I had its other cavalry brigade. Well, even the artillery has some perks. Grand Battery. The gunners are trained to keep their aim when firing their guns rapidly. Skilled laying. The gunners in this unit are especially trained in gun laying in order to silence enemy guns at distance. Counter battery accuracy +10. Close support. The enemy lines are closing in. The gunners are trained to load 2 cannons. Let's do close support. Let's do... Yeah, I like the close support. Skilled laying, is that your favorite? That's the counter battery fire? Or everyone likes the skilled laying perk. Roseannadanna. As a former artilleryman, laying your guns in is your first priority as it increases accuracy. So, decision is, do we send Kirby Smith all the way around? I think we do. And Pickett can come up through the older house. Does that perk in game increase the accuracy across the board? All right, so we're about noon time. Got some movement now by the Union. Oh, they want to make a crossing. Put Colquitt here at the rail bridge. So the Union making a crossing now. Oh, we lost contact. Where's Van Dorn? Oh, there we go. So Union respotted. I got Stewart's cavalry right here, or Van Dorn. I don't have a lot of. I did not recruit a lot of cavalry. I have a lot of cavalry in one of the armies. Let's move up Jones's guns. So yeah, we might be able to swing Kirby Smith all the way around. Although Smith way out of range, so that order delay is going to take a while. As we approach 2 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So. We might engage with Zollicoffer. Yes. Smith could capture. Yeah, his cavalry could capture the victory. That's not a bad idea. All right, Zollicoffer's going to start the attack, though. Let's see. Preston Smith, not. He's still marching. We're going to deploy skirmishers. Let's see, are we firing? No. So Union artillery is opening up on us. Yeah, we'll go for the victory objectives. I want to engage Zollicoffer. Let's see, Jones's guns are able to fire. Although I don't like... He's not in the best position. We're going to move him forward. It looks like the Union is falling back a little bit. Yep, Kirby Smith is on the move, so that's good. We can send Sibley over to the Cody house. Alright, so Alexander Stewart's guns are able to fire. Wonder if we can get Colquitt to fire from across Proud Run. So, again, someone was asking about the AI. Although there still needs some work. The way the AI is acting now is much more... I mean, he's falling back and readjusting his lines because he sees that we are trying to flank his left. So that's good AI behavior. Now, I think the next step for the AI would be to be able to write a script for it so that they maybe choose a better ground to defend. So maybe I might defend this high ground here. You have all this fencing right here along the railroad instead of being out so much. Now he has to readjust his lines. But that was a good move, actually. He's fallen back. He's refused his flank to me. Yes, McClellan was always cautious. Yeah, McClellan's he's very enigmatic. Because he was so beloved by the Army of the Potomac, by the men. So other units, they still keep falling back. Our skirmishers fall back. Ooh, I can. Ooh, let's move Jones's guns right here. I think we can get a good field of fire. All right, well rested. So Smith's men are not overly tired from the long marching. If we can get his guns on a good position on this high ground, that might be very beneficial. Alright, so Kirby Smith's division trying to get into position for the attack on the flank. I just finished listening to an audiobook about the called Lincoln's Lieutenants by Stephen Sears. Very good book. Very very good and it's about the Army of the Potomac specifically and all the generals in that army. Highly recommended. It gives you a really good feel about how the interference, how political. You think things are political now in the United States. They've always been that way. The Army of the Potomac was so, how do I want to phrase it? So political that it hampered its ability. So many generals were offered command of the Potomac Army, and they didn't want it because of a lot of it because of the headaches they knew they would get from their lieutenants and from Congress and from Lincoln's administration. It's already 5 in the evening. So yeah, not a lot of heavy fighting going on, but we're in a good position here. Can we get this battle a major victory before the end of the day? All right, why don't we go? We got these 2 brigades trying to guard the Union rear. We're going to order Steele, Bryan, and Holmes forward to attack and hit that flank. I have not seen the Sharps TV series. I think I've seen like an episode a long time ago. I'm going to smash him. Isn't there a famous actor? Is it Bragnaw that's in the Sharp series? Well, we're gonna hit nightfall before we can finish this. We'll see if they retreat or not, though. Sean Bean. So casualties kind of even so far. Oh, really? He was Lord Stark? We got this Union Brigade right here caught on all sides. Although he's in a defended position. Reynolds is going to try to assault the 2nd Brigade. He's going to have to watch his flank, though. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't retreat. I've outpaced my higher command. Oh, don't take that route. Oh, Milroy. Not in a good spot, Milroy. Alright, so we're sending the Indiana Brigade back. That should have canceled. Nice. Van Dorn's just going to charge right into the Union line. Unfortunately, we have the 1 brigade and 1 gun across the river, so if the Union retreats back, we'll be outnumbered on that side of Proud Run. Can send Preston Smith over. Actually, that would be a better idea for Van Dorn. Artillery trying to stop or slow down William Steele's brigade. Only 1,400 casualties inflicted. Ooh, Reynolds is wavering, though. And he's not been outflanked, so this is the sign of the poorly commanded brigade. We'll order him to fall back. Oh, who's this broken? Oh, William Steele is broken. Pickett demoralized. Yeah, it looks like he is. We got some routed Union units. Well, they're in a good defensive position right here. Oh, Gratiot is taking heavy casualties. You know what? We need to take those guns. see if Walker can take this. This first battery is giving us a lot of grief. Let's see if Walker can take him. Oop, there we go. Now he's broken. So maybe unwise to do that. We're actually suffering some casualties here. We don't outnumber them like we did in the other battles. Oh, Holmes broke too. Kirby, Smith, get your division together. Yeah, the cavalry did take the objective. He's taken both objectives. Hunt's Ridge is taken. The casualties are even. We got a wavering picket. Wilcox is finally broken. Probably want to send B back. So, Kirby Smith's attack failed. Yeah, William Preston. Yeah, they're firing. Who are they firing at? Although I don't see a target. Although he is firing. He might be, I think he might be set at counter battery fire. Nope, fire at will. I mean, we've inflicted more casualties. I'm surprised we're at the minor defeat, because we have both victory objectives. Is there another one that I don't know of? Second Brigade starting to waver. William Steele is able to recover. Bryan's brigade is also recovering. Oh, wow. Preston Smith broke. So chaotic night fighting. Alright, let's see if we can move the guns up. Uh-oh. Okay, so the Union trying to cross the river, though. Let's see, DeRosie running into some Union elements trying to cross the river. It looks like Wilcox is going to run away completely. Preston... I'm sorry, DeRosie. I'm going to order him to fall back. Not a bad idea. So Preston's guns, hand-to-hand fighting with the first battery. Smith's brigade is going to get wiped out. Yes, we know Smith is losing men. We do have our artillery now moved up here. So, oh, did we break that artillery? Yes, we finally broke this first battery. I think that was causing a lot of grief on our lines. All right, end of the day. As that was pretty chaotic night fighting. Garnett's guns? Yeah, and I think I did order them at the last minute to move up. Now I can move them up here, which will be perfect. Well, Preston's guns are back to stable condition. Oh, we've actually lost 3,800 men to their 3,700. And try to put a grand battery right here. Pull back. What are you looking for? All right, let's see if we got some wavering Union troops there. The Union also coming out to attack us. Things are going to get heated up real soon. B's Brigade engaging the 1st Brigade. So looks like the Union are trying to assault. Oh, they just broke Burbridge, but they broke themselves against that attack. Zollicoffer's demoralized. Yeah, Union going all in. We got a wavering Union Brigade. William Steele's going to try to take advantage of that. B is wavering but holding his ground. Let's see if Brian can come in to support. Preston can't seem to fire. Oh, he has no guns available. Oh, he lost all his guns. Yeah. Yeah, the AI is not happy. They're all bunched up around here. It looks like we're going to pull out the victory, though. So we're starting to widen that casualty gap. Although there's a mass of blue right here. And B is starting to break. Oh, Union is trying to fight their way out of an envelope, out of the flank attack by Colquitt. Colquitt is now demoralized. That produced some casualties. Do we have any other reserve troops? We have Walker here. We need to send in Walker. See, Garnett's guns are not firing. Yeah, so Colquitt's small detachment demoralized. First Brigade trying to assault Wakeman. They see no other way of getting out of this. And they broke Wakeman. But it looks like 1st Brigade is wavering and falling back. Reynolds heavily engaged, and the enemy is finally retreating. That was a very bloody affair. 7,000 men. So we can score. We won't be able to score a major because we've lost 19% of our own force. So Zollicoffer unstable. The Army of Tennessee's high command almost completely broken. They have never seen warfare like this before. There's 30 seconds left still in this. Colquitt is routed. Yeah, we did take some hard casualties in that one. Johnston demoralized. Yep. Why don't we fast forward this? The whole army is just, both sides are just completely demoralized. Your army is victorious. We've lost 6,600 out of 27,000. 9,000 out of 29,000 for the Union. Due to his bad performance in battle, Colonel Wilcox has fallen in disgrace in the eyes of his men and the public. Yes, this was very good. Some of the viewers want to continue this campaign. I'll do that. I'll probably try to do at least 1 or 2 live streams a week when I have time. I do want to finish the other Confederate campaign. Lots going on, trying to get back into the groove of this stuff. We'll probably wrap up this live stream for now. Let's see. 134. So the Union is catching up in fielded manpower. Ooh, national morale already down to 63 for the Union. So, already have Washington, D.C. Although they are starting to build up their forces, so things might get interesting real soon. It might be able to push us back. We've managed to hold off. Well, that was what we went after the attack there. And we're able to push back the Department of Ohio. We'll see what happens in Missouri. See, now Price can move into Cairo. There's no one defending Cairo. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that stream. We will pick up and move forward with this campaign. I'm still finishing up the Confederate campaign, which is getting very close to a victory in that one. And then we'll also work on the Union campaign video series once we are done with the Confederate campaign. Also some more tutorial content in the works. I will probably do a shortened version of like a step-by-step on manpower, which is also kind of the focus of this live stream, on how to get the most manpower. But this is a little bit more playing around, looking what we can do. All right. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do appreciate everyone's time. You have a very good evening, good day. I will see you on the next one.